County Fair. We have a special guest in honor of the Costa Mesa City Day, the Costa Mesa City Councilman John Stevens in the blue. I also like to recognize real quick, I have some good friends here, Alex and Minnie right there. I see Norman, Ari, Kathleen, and Sheldon from Colorado. Welcome. I see Don and Sharon, Greg, Jerry, Greg there. And now I want to introduce you to Craig MacDonald, who's the band leader that's going to tell you about the best act in America in our eyes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America's oldest act of professional entertainers. Our headliners go up to 104 years old, and our 104-year-old is out of the area today and not performing, but we'll tell you who's with us. Most of our headliners are in their 90s, a few in their late 80s, and we have a few guest stars with us if they look younger than that, okay? But let us introduce you to who's here today with Forever Young. I'm going to start off with the man to my right that's in a coat. A red coat. Will you stand up, sir? Yeah, this man right here. This man is a World War II Army veteran, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anybody in the audience that's over 85 years old? This man starred in the Rose Bowl. 85 years ago, he starred in the Rose Bowl. This man was an MGM tap dancer. One of the Little Rascals danced on that show. He's just an incredible, inspiring person. He's the leader of our group. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Sidney Halberd. By the way, Sidney was one of Maitland's kiddies with Judy Garland, Mickey Rooney, and Shirley Temple. I'm next going to introduce a man in the monk's outfit here, and he wears that quite a bit. This gentleman played banjo with America's greatest banjo player, Eddie Peabody. He also played in the Troubadours of St. Francis and cut records. One of the fascinating things about him is he started the Blessing of the Waves in Huntington Beach that's become an international event. He started surfing when he was 70, ladies and gentlemen. This man's an absolute unbelievable guy. And he grew up in Hollywood. You ever heard of that place? It's near El Segundo. It's a little place called Hollywood. And in his house, his parents decided they would sell. And they found a vaudeville couple who wanted to get their daughter into the movies. And while she was living in his house, she ended up getting the starring role in The Wizard of Oz, ladies and gentlemen. That woman was Judy Garland. Without further ado, this is the incredible, the oldest member of the Franciscan Order in his 92nd year, ladies and gentlemen, Father Christian Moto. And now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a shy little man that doesn't have a pound on him that's sitting over to the right of the man in the red with the guitar. He's wearing glasses, he's got white hair. This man is a World War II Army Air Corps pilot. And as most of you know, over 89,000 of those pilots were trained right here where you're sitting at the Santa Ana Army Base. And Heroes Hall is right next to Centennial Farm. We're going to talk about it in a second. This gentleman was live on television every week on LA's Channel 11 in the 1950s. Any of you that have been to Huntington Beach know there's a Duke's restaurant next to the pier. It used to be known as the Pavilion. It was famous for big bands. 74 years ago, this band starred there. His name is Jimmy New. Sitting down on the far end to the right of Jimmy, on the very end there, is a gentleman who is in his 88th year. He played in the Air Force Band and the Jack Shelton Orchestra. One of the greatest clarinet players around, ladies and gentlemen. His name is, what is it? It's Roger Mandel. Now you might have noticed the two women in the World War II outfits here. There are two women that are right over to my right here. You stand up, ladies, so they can get a good look at you. They're all decked out in their outfits. These women are absolutely incredible. The woman on the left was the top dancer and showgirl in Las Vegas in the Riviera Hotel, which was the first high-rise hotel back in the 1950s. She's danced all over the country. Her name is Marlis Pearson, ladies and gentlemen. And next to her is another lady who's dancing with us for the first time, a lady who used to bring tears to the eyes of Norma Zimmer, the famous champagne lady from the Lawrence Welk Show, as she danced. Her name is Judy Murphy. And now we're going to go down to the middle of the group on the right, a man wearing a blue shirt. A man that has a guitar, I believe, in his hand. You never know what he has in his hands. He's a real character. This is a Navy veteran. He actually has been paid to play banjo and guitar for over 65 years. For 45 years he was a professor, 5 at Long Beach State and the rest at Pepperdine University, where he helped found the School of Business. Just a very incredible man who actually he's very clever started the first electrical billboards for the Oakland A's and the Dallas Cowboys. Just an incredible guy named Dr. Tom Pendergast, ladies and gentlemen. Next to Tom on his right is a real character. If you're lucky enough to see him perform here at Heroes Hall, right out next to Centennial Farm, it's been newly renovated. You've got to see it. It pays honor to all of our troops and all of the military who gave their lives for our country. This man plays the harmonica and he plays taps at 6:30 at night every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday at Heroes Hall right here on the Orange County Fairgrounds. You got to see this. You know, taps is usually played with a trumpet, but taps actually started with harmonica back in the Civil War days. So you got to hear. This gentleman is one of the country's top banjo players. He's a Navy veteran too. We have 9 veterans in our group. His name is Glenn Blackway. Now on guitar, strolling around there in the center with the red shoes and the red is a real character. His mother was a famous opera singer, known for Madame Butterfly. His father was a professional musician, and he's a big country western songwriter. His name is Roger T. Taylor. And now there's a lady that's standing up at a keyboard behind Roger. This lady is an internationally acclaimed pianist who has thrilled audiences in Ireland and Italy. She just got back from Germany. Tomorrow she leaves for the famous Piano Sonoma Summer Festival. And she's just incredible. We're delighted that she loves being a guest star with Forever Young. Her name is Heather Moore. To my right is another Air Force veteran, a gentleman who actually played he played trombone and was the state champion in the ensemble that he was with, playing that trombone, and we're so glad to have with us today, Lynn Redmond. A man making all that noise back there with the drum set, and he's got all sorts of tricks up his sleeves, even though he's wearing short sleeve shirts. Keep an eye on those arms, you never know what's happening. This band was started at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. There's no finer drummer, the best friend of Buddy Rich, one of the world's greatest drummers, and boy, can he play just like Buddy. You're going to see that pretty soon. His name is Dewey. Now somewhere, I'm missing somebody else. Where's he standing? He's hiding behind the drums over there. Where is that guy? Stand up, Frank. Come on, Frank, you're used to standing up for the police. Now, turn to your right, turn to your left, show him your profile. You've seen this man on television, I guarantee it. You recognize, well, you don't recognize that face. Did you have a beard in any of your roles? He is a heavily decorated Vietnam War veteran in the Army, but he's become a big-time Hollywood actor. He's performed in over 50 television shows and movies. Did you have a beard in any of those, Frank? Did you have a beard in any of your performances, or? He was clean-shaven, so he's probably incognito. You ever watch the show Dallas? You ever watch the show Murder, She Wrote? How about Days of Your Lives? Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to have with us our singer, Frank Pangborn. And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to turn it over to Dewey's dazzling drum demo. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Take it away, Dewey.